I see us, I told the guys after yesterday's practice, we're just doing a lot of good things that are showing signs of a good football team. I'm not saying I'm just saying a good team. We're more efficient, we're doing things more the right way. There's mistakes, there's execution that needs cleaned up, but we're just operating, even when we throw them curveballs and there's things that we're doing that are a little bit different, or we introduce a new formation, or we introduce some new pressures. They're just adjusting, they're working together. It's just a more squared away group, after 7 or 8 practices, I believe, than we would have thought last year.
Any movement at the quarterbacks or anything different you've seen so far?
No, I thought they both had a good week. I'd like to see them both throw the ball more consistently. I think they're both throwing good balls at times, but we've missed a couple of open guys. And to be honest, we've dropped too many balls. And no one person really just, and that was something that I'd never been somewhere where we caught so many balls off the jugs all summer long. And, so we got to clean that up.
Saw Tootin was sort of observing. He was dressed out. Has he been dealing with something?
Yeah, he's got a minor deal. And, the mindset right now, let's get some good days in. And then if something's not right, let's pull back, get him well, get the mental work, and then get him back going. We're doing that with him and a couple other guys. Just,
How's the offensive line feeling? Think they're picking it up?
I do. Yeah, I do think they're picking it up. Like I've been saying, I think our run fits are better understood. Our team blocks look better, and we're playing with a little bit more attitude up front. I complimented them in the team meeting this morning because it's a group. As hard as we've gone, nobody's losing weight. Everybody's holding it or gaining a few. And we made a conscious effort. We're not a big group anyways. We've got to have every bit of weight on there that we can, and they're doing a nice job of owning that.
Laith Gannon was a guy who got here in the offseason. Saw him working a little bit with the twos at left tackle. Do you like what you've seen in him so far, and can he play this year?
Yeah, he's a candidate to play this year, in a backup role. Johnny Garrett's a candidate. Johnny Dixon's a candidate. But Laith, probably his upside's tremendous. He came in further behind the other guys. And so he had a little bit more just from getting in shape, understanding the position. But he's really done a nice job. He's tough, he's athletic. To me, he's a true swing guy. He can play tackle or he can play guard in his career here. But yeah, he's definitely standing out.
Brady Meadows the same guy, swing guy. Saw him earlier in camp, left tackle. I saw him working with right guard today.
Correct. Yeah, we just started out this training camp. He was there yesterday. Wanted to make a little bit of movement there to, number one, to give him a chance at that guard spot to be the guy. It's a compliment to him because he's done some nice things. And, again, always trying to maximize what the guys do well and minimize the weaknesses. And there's some things that he struggles with at tackle that won't be necessary. We won't see it as much at the guard position. So we're giving him a shot there, but he's a guy that's really changed his body and really invested right now.
Daquan Wright has been unavailable the last couple times we've been out here. Is he?
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a strain. His was something that we thought was going to be a little bit worse than it was, and thankfully it wasn't. So I would expect a couple days to get him back.
Stone Snyder no longer with the program?
Stone Snyder's no longer with the program. We had a good meeting, a good talk. He met with Coach Marv. He and I spoke, and just going on with the next chapter of his life. And, we supported him. He did it the right way. He handled it right. I'm not going to say I'm not a little disappointed, but, he was fighting and scraping to get into the depth chart. And, fortunately, we're in good position there.
When you were at Penn State, your defenses were usually top half of the country, top 20 in the country in turnovers. Last year, you guys way down towards the bottom. What do you do to up that number? Are there approaches that you do defensively, drills you do defensively to turn that thing around?
Yeah, so that was the number one off-season professional growth for the defensive staff. call people, go see people that are some of the best in the business at taking the ball away. And that's what we did. We went to Iowa, went to Middle Tennessee, and we've incorporated a bunch of new drills starting in the winter and the spring and all summer. So we're doing the things necessary to emphasize it, the finer points, the details. We're talking about it. We've got to be better there. Those are just giant plays in a game. They're giant plays out here. I think this was practice number 8. We've only met our takeaway goal of 3 one time in camp. We've had others here and there, but our goal is to get 3 in an outing, and we've only done that once. So it's still obviously an area that we've got to improve in.
In your opinion, is that more of a mental thing, or is that
I think it's both.
schematically? Can you do
I think
stuff
it's both. I still see guys that play it safe in practice. They don't go after the ball. They just secure the tackle. And I want to go after the ball. I want them to test limits in practice. Like, the habit is to make the play on the ball. So we're still obviously a work in progress there. But we have really put the time in as a defensive staff and defensive players in these last 3 phases.
There were instances last year that maybe a ball that goes through a defender's hands could get a takeaway, salts away a game. Are those some of the things you're really working on so that way fourth quarter, those guys are tired to make some plays?
Yeah. I'll say this. You have to catch the ones they throw to you. You have to recover the ones that are right in front of you. If you watch the fumble recoveries or the interceptions from the NFL in one season, 50% of them are just thrown right to them. You got to catch them. The fumble recoveries are right there. Just side swaddle, scoop it, and go. So you got it. The opportunities that are there, you gotta get those, and then you're going to get some exceptional plays that merit some.
You guys got 1 or 2 more?
Saw DeQuan Felton make a nice.
Yeah.
He's big. Has it been fun to watch him?
Yeah.
Catch,
Yeah.
as a big target out there, and what's he been like? So
Yeah,
far?
he is a big target. He's a hard worker. I'd say this: he was behind those other guys from just a developmental standpoint. Hard worker, just didn't have quite the training, and he's not as old as those guys, so he just kind of. But he's really come around. He gets better every day, and I think he can be a really nice addition to the group. You got Gosnell, you got Ali, you got Jay Lane, you got Quan, and you get Tucker Holloway. I mean, you get Lofton. I mean, you got a chance to have a 2 deep that you feel pretty good about.
What have you seen in Aiden Green so far? It seems like he's starting to get some work with the second string.
Yeah.
Do you anticipate he's going to have a role in this offense?
Yeah. There's going to be 1 or 2 of those true freshmen play. They'll play substantial amount on teams and get in that rotation at receiver, and he's one of them. He is really mature for a freshman. Almost to a point where I'm like, hey, lighten up, man. Come on, let's have some fun here too. I mean, he's all business. He's got a great physique. He runs well. As he's gotten more comfortable in the offense and the expectations, he's gotten better and better.
With Wright not being available, what have you seen out of Benji Gosnell, someone working with the twos, and have you seen him come back from the torn ACL?
Absolutely. We're excited about Benji. His athleticism, his football IQ, his work ethic. He's got to get a little tougher in the trenches still, but he's doing some good things. I like that room. St. Germain, Nick's improved. We're more physical right now at tight end than we were last year.
How important is it for guys in the secondary to be able to tackle and defend the run game? And how do you like what you're seeing out of Delane, Strong, and Canteen, and those guys in that facet of the game?
We challenge those guys on their tackling. We have to be great tacklers in the perimeter. That's how you keep runs from becoming explosive runs. They may get 6 or 7, something gets out of there, but that's it. Let's get it on the ground where it doesn't turn into 20.